You talking about flued out. What it do, what it do, what it do. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's been a minute. Your boy has been, it's been a while. It's been a while. Had to get back on track. Had to take care of a few things. But we're here. Let me get my electrolytes up. Let me make sure that my audio's working. There we go. We good. Who am I? I am Christopher Markland, author, entrepreneur, lover of love, just that dude. And I want to thank y'all for joining me for another episode of the CM Show. Tonight, we are going to be talking about flued out. But before we do, let me get that 747-800 out of the picture. Get my notes together. Y'all, thank you for joining me tonight. Now, before we get into it, couple things. Let's do a few disclaimers as it were. Let's do this. First and foremost, y'all, this is an adult show. This is an adult show. And by that, I mean, we're going to be talking about some adult stuff. And, you know, I might have a little bit of a potty mouth. I might say some things. And especially with the topic being flued out, that means that, you know, if you substitute another 4-letter word for flu, that may be giving an idea as far as what it is that we're going to be talking about tonight. So, just want to make sure y'all already know that this is an adult conversation. And again, we will be talking about some adult stuff. Oh, shit. I'm laughing because, hey, down in the chat, y'all are silly with it, but especially you. Let me say what up to my people that are in the chat because y'all are kind of damn silly with it. Why is this thing not working? Oh, snap. Anyway, my man, Lorenzo, I appreciate you having that security detail on deck, my man. I do appreciate that. Let me make sure that thing is showing. This dude says security detail on check. Man, you silly with it. Yes, sir. Thank you for the security. Because, yeah, I'm going to be saying some stuff tonight. Let me see who else is in the chat for right now. Let's see. Cheryl, thank you. What up? Thank you for joining the conversation. So, y'all, let's just get into it. Let us get into it. Flued out. It's not necessarily a new phenomenon, but because we live in an ever growing world where it's getting smaller and smaller, meaning that, you know, what used to take, mass transit, which was basically a Greyhound, and you had to get on that bus and ride that thing for hours of the day. Now you can jump on a flight, be it to Spirit, be it on Spirit, be it on Delta, whatever the case may be. You can literally just get up and fly for what used to be half of the cost of traveling back in the day. All right. Now, women mainly do it. All right. When you hear flued out, normally the connotation that we have in our society today, in the mind, is that, okay, a man is paying money to fly someone out to see him. I'm all in favor for it. I'm here for it. I stand men hunt. And when we see something we want, we go get it. I'm all in favor of it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, that does not necessarily mean that it doesn't come with some risks. All right. However, with everything else, you're going to have some basic rules to this thing. Okay. Some basic rules when it comes to being flued out. Now, let's talk about them rules just a little bit.
Hey baddies, welcome to Bad Bitch 101. Today we are discussing
what up, M&K?
Rules and regulations when getting flued out.
There's rules and regulations.
These are my rules. If you don't like them, don't follow them. Simple. Okay, so when a dude says that he wants to fly you out, first of all, I want to know the destination. Where are we
it's
going?
A trap.
Because baby, I done been to Miami 1,000 times. Are you taking me to Tulum? Are we going to London? Like, where are we going? So that's
okay. Let me stop this real quick. I hear what she's saying. However, if I'm flying somebody out, it's not gonna be we're gonna have some kind of a connection. And shit, if I'm flying you, we ain't flying international. I'm sorry. I'll bring you maybe a couple states. Hell, I'll go from coast to coast. But as far as Tulum and all of that, shit, you don't bump your damn head. Let's keep going.
Always what I want to know. Then, not only that, you need to ask yourself, do I even know you? Because it'd be random trying to fly girls out. Like, do I know you? How well do I know you? Am I comfortable with you? How comfortable am I with you? Have I been intimate with you? Do I plan on being intimate with you? Ladies, if a dude is flying you out, and I'm telling you this, like, I'm just telling you this, okay? Because this is real story. He wants some coochie.
Hold on. If we flying you out, we want the cooch. I'm sorry. I understand that you can say it sounds misogynistic, and I get it. However, if I see you, I likes you, and I wants you. I am not flying you out for conversation. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying that if I do something, then the expectation of cooch and you better give it up or else. I am not saying that. I am just speaking for all men. Well, the majority of men. Fellas, if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. If I am off base on this. But the majority of men, if we are taking the time, effort, and making the financial steps to fly you out, it ain't for conversation. Well, there'll be some talking. Be a lot of applauding. All I'm saying is that we are not flying you out for nothing. Let her continue. I'm just saying.
Step 2. Okay, so the sleeping arrangements. Where am I sleeping at? If you are not my dude, like I'm dating, or I haven't been intimate with you, or I don't plan on being intimate with you,
saying, Darius,
or we're not like a close, like, you know what I'm saying? Give me a hotel. That's standard. I'm not staying with you. I'm not staying at your high rise. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Give me a hotel. Make sure the hotel is in your name, ladies. Make sure when you get there at the hotel, like, it's not going to be, oh, I have to get my card for incidentals and all that stuff. Like, it needs to be taken care of. Your lodging needs to be taken care of off rip. When it comes to booking a flight, if you can get him to Zelle, Cash App, Apple Pay, PayPal, wire you the money, have him send you the money for that flight, so you are in control of your flight completely. Now, if he don't want to do that for whatever reason, we're gonna let him go ahead and get the flight. But for one, you need to make sure it's a round trip. Do not give me no one-way ticket. You need.
Okay, I kind of understand what she's saying. I ain't too mad at that. All right, fine. If I'm gonna do that, if I'm gonna fly you out, I'm gonna pay for the ticket and say, here's your information. I agree with that. I am not giving you the money, because unless there's a caveat, unless I know you well enough to fly you out. All right, meaning that we have a prior relationship, as it were. But if that's the case, then it's not really flying you out. It's more like, hey, it's a long distance relationship at that point. Two different things. But if I see you on IG or something, and it's like, yo, I would like to partake, man, no.
Make sure it's a round trip, and you need to make it your business to have all your flight details. Don't just give me the boarding plane flight details before I board. You need to have your coming back times, locations, everything. You need to have all that taken care of before you get on that first plane. Always have your own money. Always have your own money. These men act stupid. They act up.
What I don't understand, y'all, and y'all help me understand this. We live in a day and age where I hear a lot of women saying, I don't need no man for nothing. I got my own bread. I'm a boss. I'm a this. I'm a that. Why the hell is it that those exact same women then seem to tend to get flued out and end up being like, well, I ain't got no money to get back? It goes without saying that if you're going to fly out somewhere, I don't give a damn if it's on a family vacation. You going out with mama them. If you are going somewhere and you ain't got enough money to get back, I'm sorry, you got bigger worries than the dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying shit happens, but if you're going to fly somewhere and not have enough money to get back, shit, I'm just saying. Can't be a boss and you're stuck.
The fool, okay? And when they realize they ain't getting no, you know what I'm saying? Have your own money. If stuff go left, you can skedaddle and you can boss up on a dude, and I don't need you. Always come back with something to show for that trip. Whether it's a bag, whether you got your hair done by the baddest stylist in that city, whether you went on a shopping spree, whether you got racks of money, come back with a souvenir, bitch. Now, I hope this is common sense. But please tell your loved ones, your best friends, your mama, whoever you feel like you can trust, please let them know where you're going and who you're going with. Always put your safety first. If it don't feel right, get out of there. If it don't look right, get out of there. We not doing unsafe stuff for the sake of getting flued out. Like, be smart about stuff.
Okay. She had a lot of good points. I got to give it to her. And first and foremost, though, I will say this is safety. Okay? Because as much as, you know, there are good dudes out there, and speaking of good dudes, we are going to be talking about them good dudes next week. You know, I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit. You know, there are some good dudes out there, okay? There's a lot of good men out there. There we go. There's a lot of good men out there. And next week, we're going to be talking about those good dudes, those good men. So we are going to be talking about that, all right? So next week's show is about good men. I'm dropping a little bit. But anyway. First and foremost, your safety is paramount. We live in, think about it. I literally have a studio at my fingertips, aka my laptop. And that same laptop can be used for all kinds of scamming, all kinds of shit, right? And the same way that people use technology for good, you best believe it's a bunch of lowlifes out there that will use that technology and will get into your business and be knocking at your damn door. So you have got to be careful out there. Okay. That's first and foremost. Now, one of the other things that she said was she was talking about, you know, not having your money. It's not a matter of bossing up and none of that dumb shit. All it really is if you are going to go somewhere, you need to, as an adult, be able to get back. It's no different than if you jump in your car, you want to make sure you got gas in the damn tank in order to get back home. It's the same concept. Now, also what she said is spot on. Yeah, us dudes, we want the cooch. I'm sorry. If I'm flying you out, it's because I want to spend time with you. Not necessarily, yes, we can do the romantic walks in the park and all of that, but cooch shall be had. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. I hear you, Lorenzo. You silly with it, bro. All right. Like I said, us men, we're always looking. Okay. We are always looking for, at the very least, we're looking for companionship. But a single man is always hunting. We're always trying to find our partner. Okay. Now, one of the things, and in fact, Darius said it down there. Oh, she got Delta taste with, you know, I keep forgetting that I got, that I have, whatchamacallit, going at the same time. Let me bring in some of the, chats from, there we go. Let's see. All right. Yeah. You hit the nail on it. If I want some coochie, I'm gonna lift it out. You're exactly right. But here's what it is. If I can find that comment. Yeah. Like Darius said, that is the culture right now. That is literally the culture right now. It's because you hear about boss bitches and all this and all that, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of men that are out there that are looking for our woman, our wife. Now, don't get me wrong. Where we're looking does play a part in it. I hate to say it, it does. But at the end of the day, we're still looking. All right. Kind of got off track a little bit. So us men, like I just said, when we fly you out, there is a certain measure of reciprocity that we expect. I know it sounds crass. I know it sounds like, I got to do all this. I got to do all that. Yeah, you do. Because if not, this can happen to you. And, wrong one. There we go.
Mama Shorty got me all the way up. So let me explain to y'all. Let me explain to y'all the story. I flew this way from Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Been talking to her on Instagram for months. You feel me? I done spent damn near 5 G's on this. She talking about she don't want nobody touch her. Man.
Okay, let me say this. Ain't no amount of money that you may spend on somebody guarantees that you will get the twat. And any dude that thinks that, yeah, you lame for that. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. Well, I'm not even gonna go down that path. If you spend that kind of money on somebody, then you better have known her, and y'all damn sure better have had conversations. It's like, yo, I'm going to wine and dine you. I'm going to do all this, and am I going to be able to partake of the poon? If not, then go elsewhere. Because if you got that kind of bread, if this man's got $5,000 to spend on this one woman, then he's got it to spend on somebody else. So if you haven't made arrangements and had the conversations like, yo, are we going to do this? Then I hate to say it, bruh. It's not on her. It's on you.
You got me up. You mean when you can leave? First of all, hold on. Man, first she talking about she don't even fly Spirit, right? Talking about she don't fly Spirit.
Everybody fly Spirit.
Okay, so I get her Delta. That's damn near $600-700 last minute, right? Okay. So plus her bags, check.
Why the hell would you fly somebody last minute then? Oh my God, man.
All that shit, we go get her the Uber, all that shit. Then I'm damn near at 2 G's already. So we get here. First night, I'm being a whole gentleman. I've been a whole gentleman. Have you not? Have I not been a gentleman to you though? Have I not done anything? But you should have knew what it was if I flew you out here though.
I don't want.
She's right.
What do you mean?
So y'all, this is the Instagram model. You know what? I ain't gonna even be no petty ass. Put your name on there like that.
Because you're recording me.
Okay, so why would you come halfway across the country knowing you didn't want to on that?
You though.
I ain't say you did. You know what it was though. You knew what it was.
You want to.
Okay. Again, just because he flew her out doesn't mean that he's entitled to the cooch. Okay. No means no, and it's her body, and if she don't want to, partake in the peen, then she doesn't have to give it. And it's one thing too. It's not necessarily, she made plans ahead of time, like, you know what? I am not gonna give him none. No, it could just be she got there and your breath stank. Could just be she got there and you 4'3" and she's 6'1" and she's like, yeah, I am. It just dried up. So stuff happens. I get it. So at no point am I saying that, yo, because I spent X amount of dollars, I don't give a damn. The ticket was $1,500 last minute. You're not entitled to the poon. It's just no other way of putting it. Just because you spend that bread does not mean that she's that you're entitled to the cat. That's all I'm saying. Let's watch another one.
No, you done flew all the way out. Look, y'all, she done flew all the way out here.
You really gonna record me?
No, I'm recording this shit. They need to know.
You really gonna record me?
No, they need to know. I done flew her all the way out to LA. She
Nigga,
won't give me no cheeks.
Nigga,
We done been FaceTiming. Come on, we been FaceTiming every day.
I don't give a fuck.
No, we been FaceTiming every day.
And you really taking me all the way back to the fucking airport? You really taking me back to the airport?
You on the phone? Yes, you going to the fucking airport. Yes, you going.
And you taking me back to the airport because of what? Tell me why.
You give me no cheeks.
Nigga, I'm not fucking obligated to give you no what?
I flew you out.
Nigga, what are you
one of the things I like is like T.I. And when I calibrated the intensity of the fragilistic and the viscosity of the vagina, the vagini made me understand when she said, I am not obligated to give you no cheeks. Y'all, that's just funny to me. But she's right. She is not obligated to give up any cheeks, left or right. Those are her cheeks of which she wishes to distribute. And if she does not want to distribute said cheeks, she is well within her rights. Again, I don't understand these dudes that think that, okay, I flew you out. Now I am entitled to said cheeks. I'm in no way, again, I do not want it to be mistaken that I am saying that, hey, because a man spends money on you, then you are on a woman, then you are obligated to give up cheeks. What I am saying to the ladies, though, is if you are going to fly out there, don't be shocked and catch the vapors that this man actually thinks he's going to get some cheeks, that there will be clappage. I'm just saying, you can't be like, oh, I just thought I was coming out to spend time with you. No, we're going to spend time afterwards. Anyway, there's going to be some cheekage. That's all I'm saying. So a woman's not obligated to give them up, but please don't come in there with the expectations or without the expectations that is not what's on this man's mind. I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Talking about, nigga, you're lame as fuck. No, you're lame as fuck. No, you're fucking lame.
It's not about desperate men.
Just take me to the fucking airport.
It's not even about being desperate.
Walking around my crib, titties out and stuff like that, taking showers in my shower.
Nigga, it's my body. What you talking about?
I don't care. You can't.
I don't have to give you my coochie. Are you okay?
No.
I don't have to give you my coochie.
Laying in my bed? No.
Yeah, he's got very low expectations.
Oh, I don't even know why the fuck I came here.
She walked through the living room.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Stop recording me.
She didn't want to give me
Stop
no
recording me,
chance.
nigga.
Hey, don't fly her out.
Give me the phone.
Watch out. Don't take my phone.
Stop recording
I
me.
mean, I can't believe she was just walking through the living room and, you know what I'm saying, she was breathing oxygen. Damn, bro. That's all it takes.
This is my cheeks, nigga. This is my ass and my coochie. What are you talking about?
2 months.
I don't have to give you, nigga.
That's the holy trinity.
I don't care, nigga. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit.
Meet out on FaceTime. She been flirting and stuff.
Oh, shit.
You wanted to whip your wiener out, nigga. I ain't asked you to put it in the fucking
Not the
camera.
whippage of wieners. Oh.
Whatever, nigga. Just get me there. I don't even know why the fuck I came here. I don't even know why I came here.
You came either.
You're a lame ass nigga. You're a lame ass nigga. You a lame ass nigga.
You shouldn't even came. You knew you wanted that shit. You shouldn't even came. You should have said.
You can't get no coochie?
What?
You flew me out here to get coochie?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Oh, shit. All right. I'm gonna let this one play for a little bit, but let me say this. I've heard a lot of I've heard this where women's like, oh, you can't get no coochie because you can't do this, you can't do that. Here's the thing. Social media has made it to where the menu is literally in front of us. Okay. And by that, I mean, if you're attracted to somebody, you can actually, it used to be where you would see them at a club or something like that. And then what would happen is, there we go. What would then happen is you'd see that person and then you'd approach that person. Social media has changed the game a little bit. All right. It's changed the game because now if I see someone, damn, that woman's attractive. However, she lives way the hell out there in Texas or, California, Seattle, on the other coast is what I'm saying. So now it's like, damn, I want that woman, but she's way the hell over there. It's not that I can't get women here, and I'm going to dig into that in a second too, as far as, women over here. All I'm saying is that it's not really about men being desperate, like Cheryl said in the comments. It's not really about men being desperate. It's actually about men now being able to pick what it is they want off the menu. All right, I want a woman that is cheeked up, preferably double cheeked up, because today is Tuesday. So I see this woman, and if that's what I'm attracted to, that's fine. Or if she's got the boobilaries that I like, it's like all day, every day. All right. So if she has what it is that I'm looking for, however, she lives in Chicago, I live in Georgia. So it's not that I'm desperate and I can't get the kind of man that I want here. It's actually that the woman that I want is all the way over there. So I understand, what it is that he is saying in that regard. It's not really about desperation, more so that it is about, that's the woman that I want, but she lives across the planet.
I did.
Nigga, come on.
Yes, I flew you out for the coach.
It's cool. You're lame.
I flew you out for the coach.
You're lame, and I will never talk to you again.
I ain't gonna lie, at this point, as
Nigga,
much as
just get
I
me
ride
there.
for my dudes, but he is kind of lame
The
right now. Because y'all,
Hey, y'all about
if
to
you're gonna take the L,
Yeah,
take
drop
the
me
L.
off,
But you
nigga.
trying
Y'all
to
ever
put
see
people
her
on blast on
out?
social
Don't
media, yeah,
fly her out.
that shit.
Drop me off, nigga.
Not cool.
Don't worry about it.
Man,
Don't worry about it.
You dumb. Don't trip. You dumb. You getting dropped off.
I don't care, nigga.
Watch
A
out.
lot of ninjas.
The fuck?
That shit kind of. I'm just saying that shit.
No, you're
No, I'm
lame.
saying
You're
what you
really
did was
lame.
No, I'm saying
said,
what
what
you
about-
did was lame.
What was lame?
What you did
Because
was
I don't want to
lame.
give up my coochie.
Oh,
We on the
shit, Gerald
phone,
asking
man.
one of
Nigga,
them.
you're
Hey,
weird.
what if it's dinner?
Nigga, you're weird.
I flew you out.
I
I
don't
paid
give
for
a fuck,
your
nigga. I could have paid for my own
gotta pay
shit,
for
and
your
I
food.
still would not have gave you no
Okay.
coochie.
I gotta pay
So
for
what are
your
you
food.
talking about?
Whatever.
Nigga,
Y'all
you're
got this
no,
done.
It's like his
nigga, you
L
lame
is
as
going
fuck.
from
No, you
lowercase
lame
to
as fuck.
full
Fly her
on
out,
capital
pay
right
for
now
her
because
food,
he's trying
take
to
a shower, walk around in my room with a towel on. So I I can't get the cheeks
He
though.
is throwing a tantrum.
I can't get the cheeks though.
You thirsty, nigga. You a thirsty nigga.
Right here.
Let me fast forward this one a little bit, because this right here is kind of like what really pissed me. Now I won't say pissed me off.
You gotta go. I'm not paying for your ticket. I'm not paying for none of that shit.
I don't care about none of that shit. You're lame as fuck.
Hey.
You can't get no pussy.
All right. Buy your own ticket. Buy your own ticket. Buy your own ticket. She got to buy her own ticket now. Fly yourself out. I done flew her ass out, now she don't want to give me no cheeks. You feel me? I done flew her out. Paid the money there for what? Flights is high. She wouldn't call me no cheeks.
Y'all, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Okay, now, yeah, that one right there. Why the hell you got that name, man? You silly shit. But anyway, it's like you're not always gonna win. All right, you're gonna take an L sometime. So why in the hell would you be trying to put on blast? What are you trying to accomplish? The fact that you spent money to fly her out, and with the expectation in your mind that there will be some coochie that was that was shared with you. Okay, you may get a crumb of her. She came in as like, no, you look like a gargoyle. No, thank you, sir. I will hold on to my cooch. I will not share it with you. You then get upset, and then you try to record her, and she's like just putting you on blast. You coming across like a real punk right now. And it's just like Cheryl said, yeah, he's throwing a whole ass tantrum. A whole ass tantrum. Now, men have more choices than women. Yes, they do. Yes, we do. We do have more choices, and that right there is why we're going to be talking about, the next week, where we're going to be talking about good men, because going with this boss bitch thing and all of that, I think a lot of women don't realize that men. Anyway, we're going to have that conversation. Gerald, he took it a whole nother. Yo, like I said, this is an adult conversation, y'all. He does have a point. I mean, if you can't get the main prize, then goddamn it, get you a concession prize. I'm just saying. Oh man, let's see. He banned himself. You're exactly right, and that's something else too. That is something else too. Fellas, I'm speaking to my dudes out here. Y'all ladies, y'all probably don't know anything about this. Us men, we know. We know about periods. Y'all women don't know nothing about that. But not every man understands the periods. Y'all women, like I said, y'all can fall back. Y'all don't know. Anyway, fellas, there is a calendar, and certain things occur around the same time on that calendar. So just because you flew her out, if the schedule of the flued out coincides with the schedule of the bleed out, then I'm just saying that there won't be any cooch partook of unless you are into that kind of thing. I personally am not a big fan of that. However, there are other orifices, and I think that's what Gerald is getting at right there. All right. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness, y'all silly with it. Okay. Now, we'll say this though. It's 2022, and it's not just the ladies that are getting flued out right now. Us fellas, we on it too. So don't get it twisted. It's not just y'all. We are on it too. Us fellas, we need the love. I'm just saying, Torian, I didn't make the rules. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, if I can get this damn thing to work. Oh, it might help if I actually showed it.
I'm talking to this chick.
Being flued out.
So I'm talking to this
Hold
chick,
on.
right?
Let me get this right. There we go. All right, let's try that again. Hell am I doing out here in these streets? Come on now, Chris.
Getting flued out.
Check me out. So I'm talking to this chick, right? She from out of town. We don't stay in the same place. She like, yo, you gonna fly me out? And I'm like, fly you out? Nah, shorty, I don't do no flying out. Ain't no flying out over here. I don't do that. That ain't me,
ain't no
right?
peace.
So, you know,
Yes,
we
sir.
going on into the conversation. So I asked her, I'm like, yo, so you shop on Amazon, right? She like, I need a shirt. All right, so she like, yeah, everybody in America shop on Amazon. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. I said, so when you shop on Amazon, you pay for shipping, don't you? And she was just like, yeah, I pay for shipping or whatever. She was like, matter of fact, I got Amazon Prime. So, you know, mine gonna come in one day. So I'm like, oh, that's even better. I need my toothbrush, cologne. All right, cool.
It ain't
so
no
she like, yeah,
sad
mine
day for
gonna
men.
come
Cut
in
it
one
out,
day. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I said, so when you pay for the shipping, Amazon don't fly you there, do they? For you to get, you know what I'm saying, your stuff. She was like, no, they bring it to me. I said, exactly. You feel me? So I'm like, I should be the one, you know what I'm saying, being flued out. You feel me? Because, shoot, I'm the one, I'm bringing the meat. I'm the package. I'm bringing the package. So what? Like, what's going on? Like, what's really
Preach,
going
brother.
on? Like, no, I ain't no flying out. You can fly me out. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So, yeah. But she kind of got what I was saying. So yeah, I'm on the way to the airport. I'm gonna holler at y'all because I'm getting flued out.
I, for one, am not mad at that dude at all. I'm just saying. Now, with full disclosure, or in full disclosure, I have been flued out twice in my life. Okay, this was back in the day. Shit, your boy flew to where is it? Syracuse, New York. I think I've told y'all about that before. So I have been flued out, and where's the other place? Texas. This was again back in the day. All right, so yeah, I am. Well, now it was a different era too. Shit, I was flying air trans, so that'll let y'all know how far ago that was. All I'm saying is this: there is absolutely nothing wrong with being flued out. Absolutely nothing wrong with being flued out. You know, especially and first of all, what you mean it's a sad day for all men, Cheryl? What are you talking about? You can't have it both ways. Women, I'm speaking to all y'all ladies out there. You cannot on one hand say, we want equality. And then when a man turns around and says, hey, what's good for y'all ladies is good for me. For instance, baby wipes. Y'all had a monopoly on baby wipes until we found out about baby wipes. It happens. All right. So if we want to get flued out, and if some young lady wants to fly us out in order to partake of the peen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's all about equality. It's about equality. In fact, I am actually hurt and embarrassed that you would. Oh, so sad. So sad. So sad. Anyway, let's see. There's a difference. Women want the sex and the men are happy. Yes. Okay. There's a simple rule in life, and I spoke about this on my last Ready to Love review. All right. Men control access to relationships. Women control access to sex, intimacy, however you want to put it. Men control access to relationships. All right. So unless you got one of them topsy-turvy, upside down ass relationships where the woman is, you know, proposing to the man, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But the majority of time it's the men that are proposing to the women. So it's a man 9 times out of 10 that is proposing to the woman. It's a man that is saying, hey, let's do this thing together. Now, who is it that has control of her body but the damn woman? So unless a man is doing some off the wall shit, and he ain't a man at that point, he's a damn bitch if you don't take it. But that's another story. All I'm saying is men control relationship, women control sex. So if a woman is offering access, then yes, thank you, ma'am. May I have another? That's been a rule of life since the beginning of time. All right. Wait, Lorenzo said it? What did Lorenzo say? Lorenzo said, right, he could have taken that L, acted normal and enjoy, have a good time. He probably would have gotten it in the end. Exactly. He came across like an immature punk. You exactly right. You exactly right. Damn, flued out is a thing for real. We come a long way from Champ Burger and a couple more that rallies after. Yo, for those of y'all not in Atlanta, right? Club Excess. Woo! My God. Yeah. Man, and that damn check was literally right there too, boy. Anyway, yeah, now it has come a long way. I definitely agree with that. Now, like I said, I've been flued out quite a few times, right? And times are just changed. Times are different. Now, let me, if I can get, what the hell is this? Let's talk about this though, right? There's a difference. As I hinted at earlier, one of the things that I said earlier was the fact that men, we are hunting. We are looking for companionship. Like I said, men control access to relationships, but the problem is that the marketplace of women that we want to wife, women that we want to be in relationship in, or with, I should say, it's thinning out. It's thinning out really bad, especially here. Let me be clear, especially here in America. Now, that is part and parcel to a lot of different things. I mean, we ain't gonna get into that too much right now. If you want to dig in, then I need glasses. What you mean I need glasses? Hold on. I'm sorry, I just got distracted by Cheryl's comment. Don't let me pull out the glasses on y'all. Anyway, it's one of those things where men, for the most part, and it doesn't really matter where they are in this country, we are really looking for the same thing. All right, cooperative, feminine, attractive. Attractive is subjective for the most part. Some dudes like them thick, some dudes like them slim, but at the end of the day, it's attractive to us. But 9 times out of 10, and y'all correct me in the chat, let me know if I'm off on this. An attractive woman is a natural woman with the BBLs and lashes and nails and all and hair, all that stuff, right? I don't know too many dudes out there that's like, you know what, babe? I sure would like it if you get some 3-inch long nails, because that'll be cute. You know what, love? I sure would like it if you get some long ass fluttery eyelashes. Man, them shits is nice. You got to get them long. Ain't no man that I know, fellas. If I'm off base, y'all let me know. Lorenzo, I'm gonna need security on this one. I'm just saying, if I'm off base, y'all let me know. But most men aren't asking for those things. What most men are asking for is just a natural woman. And that is appealing, especially in today's Kim Kardashian era, where you can buy a booty. It's just a matter of, how big a balloon you want. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want bigger breasticles, it's a matter of, okay, you can go from an A to a double D in the blink of an eye. So most men want an attractive woman that is a natural woman. A friendly woman. I've spoken about this before, where it's like we're living in bizarro times. Most men are becoming feminized, and most women are becoming masculine as hell. So when you find a feminine woman, that shit there, whoo, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh shit. And then last but not least, cooperative. You notice I use the word cooperative and not submissive, because if I said submissive, shit. Oh my God, we don't want that. But a cooperative woman, because God damn, we don't want to be fighting with you all the damn time. Everything is not a damn fight. Everything is not a fight. So if we could get those things right there, then most men would be happy. And it doesn't matter whether they're living in California or Florida. It doesn't matter what coast they're in, or if they could be living in Montana, somewhere in the middle of the country. Most men want those things. But the issue is that most men can't have those things here in this country, or at least a lot of dudes are having problems finding those things. All right. And with that, then we take it to another aspect of being flued out. So it's a whole nother aspect of being flued out that happens right now.
So why did Brazil ruin dating in America for me? The first step is I got around some damn cooperation.
Damn,
right?
I'm hungry too.
Second, I've seen some of the most beautiful women that are humble, in person, cooperative, and friendly. And in abundance. They're everywhere. You can't get away from them if you want. So anytime you can DM a chick with 100,000 followers and she follow you back, she likes a picture and she responds consistently, you know you're not in the United States anymore. And this is like a 10. Like if she came over here and she was a prostitute, she could charge $2,500 per person.
That's a weird metric of a woman's attractiveness.
The absence of makeup in Brazil was shocking. I have never seen so many women that were just absolutely beautiful with nothing on as soon as they wake up. And again, there's an abundance. They're everywhere. So when you come back to the United States, when I get back in Miami, I'm like, she was a 10 before I got there, but now I'm looking at her like she probably like a 7. What the hell was that? What was I worried about? These ain't even the top notch like I thought. So if you don't want to, if you want to continue to just feel like American women are the best, don't leave the country. And especially don't go to South America. Have you ever had an American woman ask you if you ate without her asking you what you gonna buy her to eat? Have you ever had a chick ride the city bus to come see you? Have you ever had someone that takes ultimate pride in their hygiene? Have you ever been on a date and it felt like you was in a movie in the 1950s? And have you ever had all that without anybody saying, in my hand, nothing? They don't want nothing. So pretty much when I got back to the States, the first time I went to Brazil in February 2022 this year, I was like, I'm good. I was like, I'm going back in May. I'm not having sex no more. The first time I went to Brazil in February 2022 this year, I was like, I'm good. I was like, I'm going back in May. I'm not having sex no more in the United States.
Did I just lose
Have
my
you ever been on a date and it felt like you was in a movie in the 1950s? And have you ever had all that without anybody saying, in my hand, nothing? They don't want nothing. So pretty much when I got back to the States, the first time I went to Brazil in February 2022 this year, I was like, I'm good. I was like, I'm going back in May. I'm not having sex no more in the United States until I get back. I gave in one time, but for me.
So, y'all, I hate to say, but I kind of understand what this brother's saying, because it's like there's certain things that you're looking for, and if you're not able to find it here per se, then you want to find it somewhere, and I really, it's a difficult dynamic, I know. And it's a conversation that has been being had a lot more lately than it has been. But it's really and truly what most men are looking for. It's there are a lot of things that are shifting, a lot of dynamics that are shifting in this country, and in the West, as they call it, in America. But for the most part, most men are looking for the same thing. And Cheryl actually, hinted at it earlier. There are a lot more women than there are men. So therefore, the competition for good men, as it were, is tough. So what then happens is, okay, if I can't find what I'm looking for in a wife per se, there's plenty of, twattage out here, but not enough wifey. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where then what happens is you see a lot more men flying out overseas, going to, say, Thailand or Bali or, Brazil, what's another country that a lot of people are going to? Honduras, I think, is one. Those places. Central America. So at the end of the day, like I said, us men, we are looking for companionship. And if we can find it domestically, then we're going to fly to us. Now, the level of companionship, if we're looking for a wife, hell, we may fly you all the way from California and bring you to us if that's the case. However, if we can't find it or find that person here, then we got plane tickets. We got, the ability to buy plane tickets to take us to where it is. And that may involve us going overseas in order to find what it is that we're looking for. All right. So I just dropped the Zoom link. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from y'all. Y'all already know if you don't already know the Zoom rules, basically, y'all please make sure you have your camera on. If you do not want your camera, you don't want your face to be seen, that's fine. Just let me know, and I'll make sure that we can hear the audience can hear your voice and not necessarily show your face. However, I need to be able to see you so we can have this conversation. So a couple questions, before we jump in. Have you ever been flued out? Have you ever been flued out? I want to know. Have you ever had somebody that just say, you know what? I want you and I got to have you. I'm going to fly you out to me. All right. Have you ever been flued out? That's, I really want to hear that. Also, have you ever flown out to go see somebody? Cheryl, that's the question. I'm sorry. Us men aren't asking for that. Dudes aren't asking for that shit. No different than there's times when a woman cut all her damn hair off. Ain't no dude be like, hey, cut your hair off. No. I'm sorry. We're not asking for that. Anyway, I got distracted. What was I saying? Please make sure that you have your camera on. Make sure your audio is connected. And like I said, if you don't want to be seen, just let me know and I'll make sure that you are hidden, okay? But we can still hear the conversation. And also, last question that I have is like, how far would you go? How far would you go if you haven't, if you there's somebody that you may want to see? How far is it that you are willing to go to meet that person? Like I said, on the few occasions that I have flown or gotten flued out, if you were, I was in Georgia. I was in Atlanta. And I went to New York, and then the other time it was Texas. It wasn't Houston. Shit, was it San Antonio? I can't remember. It was Texas. I don't know. Anyway, so I just dropped the link. Definitely, if you want to hear it, make sure that you got those connected, and we'll take it from there. Now, Cheryl, let's go. Let me go back through some of the. Let's see. Go back through some of these. That's the first time I see this shit is hilarious. Oh shit! This fool said, "What about throat?" And it's a valid question, by the way. It's a valid question. I sincerely hope this was staged because I hope no dude would ever do this in real life. You know what, man? When I first saw that, I thought the same damn thing because I'm like, this has got to be staged because ain't no way in hell that any grown ass man would act like this and then, bring somebody else. That's just appalling behavior. Torian, I'm just saying, certain things. Gerald says he wants a whatever you like chick. I'll be honest with you, don't all men? In fact, there used to be an expectation of that. There was an expectation that a man would get his ass up off the couch and go to work and make sure that he's taking care of his wife and family. And at the same time, there's an expectation that the woman, as it were, and this is just using, traditional dynamics, traditional gender roles, et cetera, et cetera. I understand things are different, but there used to be a point in time, that we would, there was an expectation that each person would do their particular thing. The man would take care of the family, make sure that he provided for the family. And then at the same time, the woman would take care of the family. In other words, she would take care. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, it wasn't all roses and sunshine. Of course, there was some stuff, but at least there was an expectation. Let's see. Gerald said, man, stop. We go to DR for a reason. Yeah, we go now. But even if you stop and think about it, the same reason, the difference is we could go to DR now. But how many men, when they passed, it turns out that they had a damn family on the other side of town? What's the difference? The only difference is, okay, I now have the option instead of just going across town. I can now go across the planet. I can go to DR. I can go to Cancun. I can go to Tulum. I can go to, hell, if I want to stay domestic, I can stay right here and go to Florida. I can go to Chicago. So yeah, it's relative when you stop and think about it. It's absolutely relative when you stop and think about it. Yes, you have more options to fly across the country, but us dudes have been doing this a long time, all right? So it doesn't matter. Yeah, that one reason is the twattage. I get it, but it's the same exact thing. The only difference is now instead of me needing to catch a buggy to go across town to go see Mrs. Johnson, to give her my shit. I'm sorry, that was funny. Anyway, instead of you having to go across town to go see Miss Jones, then instead it's just a matter of, I can go cross country. I can go on a guy's trip. I can go to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing though. It's the same thing. Let's see. Let me go back through some of these comments. Give it that wood. Let's see. Cheryl says the whole scenario is very dangerous. Meeting someone you've only FaceTime. Yeah, it is. But if you think about it, long distance relationships have been a thing for since the invention of, even before the telephone. People were writing. Well, okay, maybe not necessarily. Yeah, we have. People are writing letters to their boo all the way across town. What do you mean? Or across the world. The only difference is instead of you having to wait, 6 weeks to get a letter from them, it's like now you just dial 10 digits and you can communicate with that person via FaceTime. But long distance relationships have always been a thing. Always been a thing. Technology has just shortened the time in order to communicate with that person. Let's see. If men want natural women, then why all these women getting plastic surgery? I don't know. That's a conversation we need to have to these women. Don't get me wrong. I understand that there are a lot of things that happen to where, for instance, childbirth. It does a lot of damage to a woman's body. Not a pen pal. What do you mean? He said, no, not like a pen pal. There have been, obviously back in the, back when before, the telephone and things like that, the telegraph, you'd have to write a letter. Obviously with that, the difference is there weren't really the opportunities to meet somebody in another even in another part of the state, because it's either you're going to meet someone within your community. So there is a difference. However, if you did meet someone and for whatever reason, you were apart, or they had to go one place, you had to go another, then there would be those long distance relationships that were held intact by writing letters. So I guess it is a pen pal, but a little bit stronger. Let's see. Cheryl says go to Kroger, Walmart. Gerald says go to Kroger, Walmart, Home Depot, Publix. I meet women all day, every day. Stop looking at that ass and look at what's in the shopping cart. All right, I agree with you on that. Hey. Okay, I can ride with you on that. I see that one. The difference is, though, how can I say this? Because I agree with you 100%. There's a certain charisma that you have to have in order to get beyond just meeting a woman. And I think that today it's much more difficult for certain men to meet women. Think about it. What you're saying is you're physically going somewhere to meet someone. However, our sons operate in a Snapchat environment. It's virtual. I had my wobblehead son here talking about snapping with a young lady that lived in, where the hell did she live? Kentucky or some shit like that. So it's a whole different ball game. Yes, you can go to Walmart, Kroger, wherever. You can meet people in public, but where a certain generation of which I'm a part of is more analog. You're a part of that generation as well, Gerald, where it's a matter of what's happening, how you doing, and it's all about that charisma, face to face, what's popping. It's different now. It's different. It's just a whole different way of moving. Cheryl said, Gerald, so true. What we eat tells a lot. Yeah. Oh, how many men have heard that? Yes, that is true. That is true. Speaking of eating, I am starving. I am about to go grab something to eat. What time is it? Y'all, I'm going to drop this link one more time. I had one person pop in, and then for whatever reason, they popped out. If you want to be a part of the show tonight, the link is there. Just hit the link. Please make sure your audio is connected. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are so right, Lorenzo. You're 100% right. Wait for this comment to come up so I can post it. What Lorenzo said is us old school had to talk before all this technology garbage. You are exactly right, sir. It's all about that charisma. And that's why I think that you hear so much about these dudes that are, doing certain things, self-deleting, as it were, because they don't know how to get rejected. There's something about when you, and I'm speaking for my fellas now, y'all let me know if I'm wrong. There is something about it took balls of steel to get up and approach that woman and be like, hey, how are you? I'm Chris. It's a pleasure for you to meet me. Let me get your number, right? I mean, you had to be able, there's a certain level of confidence that you would have in order to approach somebody. Now, you approach them, there's a 50-50 chance that you're going to get shot the hell down. Shot the hell down. In fact, it all depends on how you got shot down. It may just be a situation of, she's like, oh, no, thank you, I got a boyfriend. Or she could flame your ass with a bullet like this and be like, God damn, by the time you done, there's a hole in your heart that you may never recover from. All right. So yeah, it's definitely, technology has made it easy and it's softened people up. And that's what I was referring to when I was talking about the feminization of men. All right. You want your face shown or not? Okay, if I can hear you. Hold on one second. Hold on. Do you want to have your face shown or not, ma'am? I did sound like you were on the water. What'd you say? Okay. Can you hear me? All right. Do you want your face shown? Man, if you don't turn on the camera, though, I got to see you, ma'am. That is correct. That is correct. Ooh, say that again. Yes, ma'am. All right, let me bring you on real quick. Hold on one second. Hello, ma'am, are you there? All right, let me make sure we can hear you. Oh, snap. Hold on. Hold on one second. Why the hell do I not have audio here? That's kind of crazy. Give me 1 second. Oh, I see the problem. The problem is I am a damn dingbat. So here we go. No, I'm not a dingbat. Hold on. God damn it. Freaking technology. Oh, okay. So we're going to cancel that. Gonna cancel that. Audio, monitoring output. Okay. Are you there? Let me make sure that the audience can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, okay? Y'all, audience, y'all hold on. Because you know how we do. Your boy always got some kind of damn technical difficulty. So... and on the show, too. Let's see. Desktop audio is default. Oh, I see the problem. Unhide. Oh, okay. There we go. Let me hear you say something, ma'am. Shit. Goddamn technology. Piece of shit. Oh, I see the problem. Okay. There we go. Hold on. First of all right. Let me hear you say something, man. Shit. You fucking kidding me. First of all, ma'am, if I turn my camera on, it's going to block everything out. And yeah. Plus, trust me, it's doing you a favor because the way my face is set up. Let's see. It's bad enough that the people out there is like, oh, we got to see this dude. Oh shit, there's a problem. All right, let me get a test.
I'll type in.
Okay. No. Say something.
Something.
There we go. I think we got you. All right.
All right.
And hold on. All right. Hold on. I got to get this delay. Come on.
I don't think it's going to take that long.
There we go. We're good. All right. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for y'all's patience. Boy. Woo. We be having fun out here. Boy. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for joining tonight. We are talking about flued out. What you got to add?
Well, what were your questions? You asked if I've ever been. And so the answer is yes, on multiple occasions.
Oh, so you're a multiple flued out? All right. So the questions were, have you ever been flued out? Have you ever flown out, or flown somebody out, or you're like, hey, you know what? Okay.
No.
Damn, you said that quick. And how far would you go? So those are the questions.
I like to travel, so I'm willing to go anywhere depending on the person.
Sounds like a cover story, but go ahead.
No, like I've never I've never been flown out on, for an instance where I didn't know somebody. So it's usually like established situation or whatever. I get flown out. I've gone in there knowing what the expectation is because I had the equal expectation. And
we're gonna break that one down. When you say the expectation, was there an expectation?
It's kind of like going back to that, that clip you were showing earlier about the dude who was mad at old girl because she didn't give him none. Now, granted, I agree with you. No is no, and if I change my mind, I change my mind. However, in these situations where I was flown out, I knew very absolutely and with 100% assurity what was going to happen. And I mean, that's just what it is.
I appreciate you understanding the rules and operating within said rules. We need more people like you in this country. Thank you for being a good citizen. I appreciate you. Please continue.
I don't know what else you want to know.
Okay. So if you don't mind, let's do the good, the bad, and the ugly. Give me an example of what would be a good situation that you've had where you were flued out, a bad situation, and a straight up ugly situation, if you don't mind sharing. And everybody can see your face, by the way.
I've never had a bad or ugly situation.
Okay.
I've only had good situations. Again, it's me knowing the people that I'm, meeting up with and understanding, what's behind it. Now, I did go on a first date. I was flown out on a first date. It was a weekend date, but he and I had known each other for quite some time. It was just an actual first date where he flew me to his city. But I mean, outside of that, and that was completely innocent. Like I went out there and we didn't even do anything, but we set that expectation up front. And I think in these situations, that's what you have to do. Be open, talk. What's going on?
He flew you to his city just for a friendly chat?
It was a weekend date, a weekend long first date.
Really?
And we did nothing. And I was perfectly fine with that. And
I'm sure you were. He was cool with that.
Yeah, I was. I absolutely was. We ended up in a relationship for, some time. So he was cool with it. I guess.
So he put the cooch on credit. My man.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, I love it. He
Is
put it
that what
down.
that was?
I don't know. I'm trying to take up for the dude because ain't no way in hell,
He didn't
man.
actually get it for like first 3 months. So I mean, that's a hell of a long credit line.
I'm so confuzzled. Are you telling me? Shit, that dude was in love, love. Okay, all right.
You
Well,
know, I'm special. Whatever.
all right. Well, I guess good is that's relative. Tell me a bad experience.
Um, I don't know that I've had any bad, like literally, I haven't had any bad experiences. I've gone out, but my worst experience wasn't a situation where I was flown out. It's where we did a road trip, and that was bad. But I mean, me being
So
flown
that was a
out,
drive
it's
out.
it's never a bad time because it's honeymoon phase.
Hmm.
So, I'm in a different city. I'm on vacation in vacation mode, with someone that I seemingly enjoy their time in their company and they enjoy mine. And
Right.
it should always be good times around. If there's anything bad, there's a problem.
Oh, and then that leads me to the next one. So I guess there is no ugly then. You never had a situation where either someone's flown out to you and it was ugly, for instance, or it was a situation of you flew out to them and it was like, dear God, what's happening?
I've never had a bad flown out situation. Um, I'm thinking, and I've never had a bad flown out. Like, nope. I like getting flued out. And here's the other thing. Like, I typically um date long distance anyway, so it just kind of comes with the territory.
Lorenzo's stupid. Is that a good thing for you? Because I know that's something that we were talking about as far as flying out. Why a lot of men do fly out? Because I mean the world that we live in, even though it's further apart, we have the option of being close. So is that a good thing necessarily? Long distance relationships or what?
There's good and bad. I think the problem with them is, again, whenever you see somebody, it's always honeymoon phase, so you never really get to know or see the bad side.
Hmm.
You don't have enough time. People and their representatives can be on point for a weekend, for 4 or 5 days.
That's true.
But how are
That
you
is
acting
true.
the other 360? And so it's really difficult when you try and bridge that gap. And that's where the true colors start to show for both parties.
Hmm. You know what? That is so true, man. That honeymoon phase, I don't give a damn if you're in their city or they're in yours. That honeymoon phase is a bitch. Oh my
Right.
god, that's a rough one. I definitely, yeah. Okay, well, I appreciate you jumping on. Thank you, ma'am. I'm trying now. You have me thinking. What are my good, bad, and ugly as far as flued out? Yeah, I have had one situation. Yep. Yeah, that definitely comes to mind. So, yeah.
What happened there?
Um, let's just how can a lot of stress. I don't know. It was a lot of stress. It was interesting. It was interesting. I'll tell you about it offline. Anyway, thank you for
All
joining
right,
the
yeah.
thank you for joining the conversation, man. Have a good one. All right, so that was it's amazing that what I love about this is the difference in how men and women look at certain things. It's always fascinated me. I don't know. Anyway, I dropped the link if anybody else wants to jump on. I'd love to hear from y'all. I want to hear about your issues, not issues, but the times that you've been flued out, the good, bad, and ugly. If it works for you. He said she's got freaking fly miles. Hey, if you go fly out and somebody's paying for it, get it. That's how I used to do it when I were with different companies. Y'all, if you don't already know, and if you fly for travel, if you ain't taking advantage of the frequent flyer miles, man, you a fool. You are a damn fool. So, and especially the hotel points too. Anyway, put y'all up on some game. If your company's flying you out, make sure you get credit for those miles. All right. Y'all, we're going to wrap this one up. This has been a fun conversation. I appreciate everybody for jumping on and talking about it tonight. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping, shall we? Let's do a little bit of housekeeping, shall we? First things first, if I can get these damn... Here we go. Next week, like I said, next week we are going to be talking about good men, those good guys. Lorenzo already said he don't like that image. I'm just saying. The reason why I use that image is this, okay? A lot of dudes who are actually just everyday, normal, good dudes going about their business of being the best versions of themselves that they possibly can. The problem that they have is that they're not necessarily taken seriously. And with that, it's an issue. And they are literally clowned for being good men. So that's one of the reasons why I am, I use that particular image. It's like, yo, and if you think about it too, all right, Urkel was actually a good dude. Was he a little bit extra? Hell yeah, he was. But that dude loved him some Laura. However, it wasn't until he became Stefan where he had to literally change who he was before he was actually seen. That's what I want to talk about, because I think that a lot of times that, us dudes aren't necessarily appreciated. Don't get me wrong. We still got to put in a lot of work, but we're going to talk about next week on the next episode of the CM Show, where the topic is going to be good men. Now, if you haven't already done so, y'all know I do a review for the TV show Ready to Love. My review of episode 6 is up. If you haven't gotten a chance to see it, the description is down below. So make sure you check that out. And last but not least, your boy is an author. So if you haven't already done so, please pick up a copy of my 2 books. And book number 3, Desperately Seeking Clarity, is going to be coming soon. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all joining the conversation. I appreciate y'all jumping on. See y'all next week. Y'all have a good one. And as always, y'all, stay determined.